Listen, y'all, there's no reason to cry about how free agency is going right now. We really shouldn't be surprised. Don't get all giddy about the arrival of Dave Ziegler and Josh McDaniels saying the Patriot way and then start crying when they start doing things the Patriot way on the first day of free agency. Back in the day, they did give the then Oakland Raiders a 4th round pick for Randy Moss in a trade, but never really spend big on big names in free agency. That's because it usually doesn't go well when you spend big in free agency. I know the acquisition of Tom Brady and Matthew Stafford trade won Super Bowls for the Tampa Bay Bucks and the LA Rams the last couple of years. But those are anomalies. If you look through the history of the game, it usually doesn't go too well. Either way, the Patriots find no names. Some talented but didn't work out at their last stop for reasons beyond their control, or guys seen as washed up for cheap. Then we all wonder how they helped the Patriots win their Super Bowls. Those aren't usually the guys signed on the first day of free agency, so get your heart rate down and be patient. They might get a bunch of guys we don't know, then they ball out this coming season and everyone's happy. But for those of you that want those bigger name players that you know, there are still plenty of those out there to be had. Again, we just have to be patient. Patience is a virtue and all those other cliches. There's still plenty of time for the Raiders to get what they need to compete next year. Just be glad they didn't give a guy that is yet to have a 1,000-yard season receiving $18 million a year. Corner J.C. Jackson going to the Los Angeles Chargers is a move that has most of Raider Nation crying. I had him in a few videos a little while ago, but I never really thought the Raiders were going to get him. I thought he would be too expensive. I did think there was a slight chance when the Raiders started reducing their salary cap number, but it was not to be. All that, the Raiders didn't get him, they need to make a splash now to answer that. Don't worry, he's a Charger now and there are other corners in free agency that the Raiders can still grab. I always thought Stephon Gilmore was the perfect corner to bring in. He's 31, so he's starting to get to the end of the line, but he can still run and has a couple of good years left, so he can come in, ball, and help Trayvon Mullen and whatever corner the Raiders draft this year develop. I keep hearing the Raiders are in hard on him and they're negotiating with him, but the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Jets are also in hard on him. So what we have here is a bidding war. We'll see what happens. Another guy I'm hearing the Raiders are in hard on is DJ Chark. Man, I'm disappointed. I made a video about him coming to Vegas, but he went home already. So I guess there was nothing to that. He checks off all the boxes for quarterback Derek Carr. He's a good route runner from LSU. He's 6'4". He has a 40-inch vertical leap. He runs a 4.3 40. He has great hands, everything. That's deep balls and fades in the red zone. This might be something y'all don't want, but it's something that y'all might want to get ready for because it could happen. Josh McDaniels don't care nothing about what happened with Trent Brown and the Raiders the last time he was here with Gruden and Tom Cable. Brown has always worked well with McDaniels and offensive line coach Carmen Bricio. That's why they brought him back to the Patriots after he was with the Raiders. I would be okay with it because he's the only man I've ever seen Khalil Mack get G'd up by. Now is not the time to panic. There are still plenty of really good football players out there for the Raiders to go get. As a matter of fact, while I was doing this video, the Raiders just became the favorites to get Gilmore. The 49ers have since signed corner Jarvarius Ward, and it now comes down to the Jets and the Raiders. And I seriously doubt he picks the Jets over the Raiders, especially since I heard that he and DJ Chark are following the Raiders on Instagram. So let's not panic because everything's gonna be alright. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.